Good morning, children. Welcome back to our e-class. In last videos, we have understood how the scenario was when the effects of British rule introduced in our country, and what was the condition of the peasant, and what was the Diwani rule, and what is known as Permanent Settlement Act. So how the rule affected the social life of our Indians, as well the destructions of the industries and the trade was very huge. So today in this video I am going to make you understand how the English education was introduced. Okay, now here during the time of William Bentinck, the English rulers tried to eradicate the social evils as per the will of the social reformers. The orthodox class witnessed these reforms with suspicion. Means here William Bentinck, when he came to India, he just wanted that all the evil practices what was done in our society should be banned. For that he took the help of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who is considered as a social reformer for the society. For him also he wanted that all these social practice should be stopped and every girl should be educated. So he stopped the evil practice of sati. The company had passed a resolution to spend 1 lakh rupees every year on education, but it was not implemented. Actually, they passed a bill, they passed a resolution to spend 1 lakh rupees every year on education, but it was not so run or it was not implemented. Finally, an education committee was formed during the time of Bentinck. In the year 1834, Lord Macaulay thought of introducing English education in India. With the help of Lord Macaulay, William Bentinck, he started to introduce English education in India. So that was a first change in India, that all should be educated. However, the educational method advocated by Macaulay could not benefit the youth. Indians lost the advantage of acquiring the ancient knowledge and skills developed by their ancestors. As you know that boys, they used to go to gurukuls and girls were not much educated actually at that time. So you know that English education means what? It's a co-education where boys and girls can sit together and acquire the knowledge. But here the Indians youth, they didn't get the much benefited. Okay, they were not so happy of this. They were thinking that we are just losing the skills and the knowledge what the ancestor used to give us. The method of British education system was opposed by a number of intellectuals, and Mahatma Gandhi called it as to give millions a knowledge of English is to enslave them. That by receiving English education we have enslaved the nation. Later, 3 universities were established in 1857. The Britishers could get educated workforce due to the introduction of English education. Alongside, it also developed nationalistic thinking among educated Indians. Means what? At that time, even the Mahatma Gandhi, he was also very opposed. He used to oppose this, and he gave a slogan to give millions a knowledge of English is to enslave them. Means if the Indians are acquiring the English education, so automatically we are becoming enslaved, and we are enslaved nation actually. So what really the English people want, the Britishers want to do that, they were doing for this for their benefits actually. How? With English education, the British government got administrative workers. So here the Indians also joined. Some of them got the knowledge of English, so they got the job in administrative office actually. So Britishers want that the Indians should work under them. So However, this education also developed national emotions along the Indians also. So, national emotions means what? We are just forgetting all the knowledge and the skills what our ancient and the annexers who have given. Now we are accepting our Western culture. So here the people who were happy to join this administrative job office, they were getting the knowledge of English. But apart from that, many Indians had some emotion attachment. They were thinking that it is just a divide and rule system. So moving further, many machines were invented to facilitate the industries, transport and communication, considering the convenience in running administrations and strategic importance for the military. The Britishers introduced the railways in India. For their benefit, they have implemented so many things in India that they started the first railway in India. So the first railway started in India between Bombay, that is today's Mumbai, and Thane in the year 1853. To trade, to travel from one place to another, they set up a railway. So that was the first thing that we Indians got benefited, that with the communication of many things, we got telegraph and post and newspapers, and many things were printed so that it can run the administrative work smoothly. In order to maintain the effective control on country and to exchange messages with the neighboring territories, modern methods of post and telegraphs were introduced in India in 1854 CE. So, post and telegraph was introduced in 1853, and in 1853 the railway transportation was introduced, and 1854 post and telegraph was introduced. Why? To have a message with neighboring territories. These reforms were actually for the convenience of the British rule in India, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise for the growth of the nationalism in India. Here they have set up these all things for their convenience and their benefit, but they forgot that it was a blessing for our Indians also, because we can come closer, isn't it? The nation was coming closer and closer, and we can know many things who was far from us. So the class that acquired the English education spearheaded the social reformers and nationalism in India, since they were more familiar with the contemporary developments in the world around. The post and the telegraph brought people closer. So this English education, they acquired some social reform should be there, some changes should be there in our society. We should just stop this evil practice. So what happened? People started to read newspaper, they started to post and telegraph, they started many things, and people came so closer, and they have a good thinking that something should be there to stop this evil practice. So children, in this lesson we have learned that how the evil effects of the British rule have done in the, and how the peasants were suffering, and how the social life and the trade and industry also got destructions. But apart from, it is said that the reforms became a blessings as the emotion of the nationalism was inculcated in the minds of the Indians, who were brought closer with the education. Hope you understood this lesson very clearly. Do watch my video. Thank you children. Bye.